Hello, and welcome to Reddit Rewind, where we cover Reddit's most ridiculous stories. So today's story is titled, Steal My Money, Take My House, Put Me into Debt. Now it's time for me to ruin your life. My ex stole from me close to 90k euros, which I saved up for 9 years. And when I took her to court, I lost due to a lack of evidence. At the moment, I felt destroyed and lost it all. She even sued me for emotional damages, and I had to pay 55,000 euros. So I was forced to sell my house and take a big loan from the bank. I stayed at a friend's, and he helped me find some good lawyers, and we just found an amazing one. In one day, he helped me so much and even helped me get the info and who took my money from my bank account. Something was wrong. On the 29th of June, a transaction happened in my name. I never made it. I was not in the country at the time. Well, would you look at that? I was ready to get back into court when I found out that she had bought my house. Well, I have a safe that I never told her about hidden in the bathroom behind the cabinet. Well, she ruined my life. Why not ruin hers even more? So I had an accomplice that helped me buy some drugs worth about 400 euros and used a friend to hide it in there. The safe has a 4-digit code, that being 0000. Never got to change it to something else. And before taking her to court again, I had the same friend who hid the drugs turn her in. It took about a week for the cops to receive a mandate to search the house. They found nothing in the first 2 hours, and they wouldn't if my friend forgot to leave the safe cover open. That 400 euros worth of drugs are equal to a 5k fine and 12 years of prison. Well, I'm not done yet. Court time again. I had my lawyer get the footage from when the money from the bank was transferred, and also I had a document showing that I was not in the country at the time. We also found out the account to which the money was sent to. The name was that of my ex. Well, look how the tables have just turned. My lawyer also demanded payment for emotional damage. All the money that was stolen, the house, and also money equivalent to 2 times the debt I had in the bank, which is equal to about 140,000 euros. The look on her face when everything came down crashing on her was totally worth it. And on top of the 12 years from drug possession, she received an additional 25 years for theft and false testimony. Enjoy it, bitch. Well, as much as I enjoy a good nuclear revenge story, and this was pretty entertaining, it seemed a little bit fake or exaggerated to me. Uh, One of the reasons being is I think the fines in here for Europe are a bit dated or fictitious. They're not the actual fines for most of the countries that I know of in Europe. So it seems like this was a little bit made up, but I could be wrong. It could be totally wrong. It just has an air of a little bit of exaggeration in it, which is fine. It's Reddit. We love Reddit stories. But besides all that, I did enjoy his creativity and sleuth work in getting revenge. Not only did he use actual sleuth work and find out where the money was sent to and show evidence through the good lawyer that he found, which in my opinion would have been enough, he went on top, got the nuclear revenge, and planted drugs in the place, which in itself is a big time felony. So I'm actually surprised he even posted it here on Reddit because if it is true, someone could do a little sleuthing themselves and maybe backtrack it back to him and he could be doing time too. But then again, it's Reddit, take it with a grain of salt. All right, now on to the comments. Here's the first one. 400 euros of drugs is 12 years in prison. None of the EU countries have drug laws that strict. That's a load of absolute BS. Yeah, and this goes back to my initial comment of my gut feel of why this is maybe exaggerated or made up. Or maybe this individual was doing it from another country and wanted to change things around, so maybe did in Asia or another country that has stricter drug laws. And there was another comment along that same vein. Agreed, that's BS. Nowhere in Europe will they give you 25 years for drug possession, and only for an equivalent of 400 euros? Never ever. In Germany, if it's the first time, you always get probation. In Italy, normally a fine. And which lawyer goes fully unprepared to court? Dream on. Yeah, so again, this comment kind of sniffing out the exaggeration or BS in this story, which, if you do a little research, might be true. All right, so on to the next comment. Exactly. Financial damages don't warrant 25 years. Not even violent crimes usually get punished that high. Life sentences usually are capped. This is made up crap. Yeah, so again, another person saying basically they don't believe it. So, next comment, again on the same vein. It's a great story, but it sadly seems fake. Details are specific enough so that if anyone involved would have read this, they could pretty easily find out who you are, and they'd know that you planted drugs on your ex wife, which is a criminal offense, and I doubt you'd share that if it really happened. And this is a good point, something I brought up earlier. If this really happened, you're basically admitting to a huge crime that you committed yourself to get revenge. So, yeah, it's most likely fake. Reading all these comments, you see that it's most likely fake. All right, on to our last comment. This sounds fake to me. In which country of the Eurozone can you get this amount of jail time for possession of controlled substances? There couldn't have been evidence for selling, since that would require witnesses taking the fall, and financial damages? Most European countries have a cap on life sentences. In Austria, it's 30 years, but usually you can get out way earlier. And I think financial crimes are capped way before that. Yeah, so again, people stating the fact that if this story did actually happen, it most likely did not take place in Europe. Just the crimes and the punishments do not fit with the actual laws that are in the books to date. But I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a law expert, but with a little bit of research, you can see that, some things don't quite add up here. Regardless, very entertaining story. I like how the OP clears his name, gets his money back, and gets his revenge by just, yeah, screwing over his ex. So, regardless if it was true or not, entertaining story. Thank you, OP, for posting this. All right, guys, what did you think about the story? Please let us know in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Is it fake? Is it real? Let us know. All right, guys, well, that's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.